Got some pictures and drops. JAMILA, she giving me a 16 before she leaves.
Photo shoot.
Yo, okay. Listen.
2.2 seconds.
First of all,
2.2.
okay, let me talk about the Divas Den.
Okay.
The Divas Den is all of that.
Oh,
okay?
they ain't hear you. They ain't hear you.
The Divas Den is all of that. Okay. First of all, you know what I'm saying? When they was doing the WAP and all that.
Nah, I just got here. No, you didn't. They ain't here.
Okay, hold up. I can't do that. I can't see. It's just the energy.
Yo, be you, queen. Be you.
It's the 80s vibe. You know what I'm saying? Back to let's talk about the movies that came out in the 80s.
Crush grooving.
Yeah.
Body moving. Crush grooving. Body moving. Oh. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Is this so? Is it how long into the song is
don't
over?
Forget Breaking.
20 seconds.
Look, 20 seconds.
What was the niggas in Breaking with the
wasn't one named Leroy?
What?
5 seconds. How we live?
Yeah.
Pull your mic, Sonny.
One of the white girl.
Pull your mic, Sonny. Pull your mic.
Okay. 5 seconds. All right, 5 seconds.
Look,
yeah, we just turned.
If you got gummy in my mouth, spit it out.
Oh, we don't know.
Okay, cool.
Hold on. Changing to my alter ego. Changing.
Yikes. It's only right that I bring y'all this Diva Den exclusive, y'all. It's your girl, one and only. Oh, so Diva, we live in the Diva Den here on Big Bad Radio. Okay. And I got some queens in the building. Okay. I personally feel like it is my right and duty as hip hop Oprah to do my hip hop Oprah-ness. Okay. No, listen, y'all. We got Sunny Money Queens and JAMILA T. Davis. 2/4 of the Pink Panther Click live in the Diva Den, y'all. What's up?
Yes,
we in the building.
Oh,
what's up?
Feeling goodness. I just need y'all to know a lot of money came in here when they walked in. That's all I'm gonna say. I seen it from across the street. Like, damn, give me them boots, Zane. She think I ain't looking at it, so she don't think it's real. She came in with the Fendi jumpsuit already. It's all right. I'm gonna shoot a music video like at the end of this, but I'm so excited to have y'all here. Welcome to the Diva Den, y'all.
Thank you for having us, Queen. Thank you for having us.
Listen,
sometimes it's 2, 3, 4, 5 people that live in this one body. So hold on, who are you?
Oh well, we need to be introduced because I don't want to. Which one is this?
Which one is this? The Diva.
Okay.
The Diva. That's Diva. Okay. All right.
Diva.
I know y'all. They got in the studio, y'all. Okay, listen. Now, these two queens, okay, if you guys aren't already, do yourself a favor, follow us on Twitter. You can follow us live on YouTube to watch this interview. We are streaming live on our app as well as our website, bigbadradio.com. So make sure y'all get locked in because it's about to get real.
Lock in, baby. Okay? Lock in.
Now, these two queens, okay, they have a different kind of story. All right. Now, I in no way, shape, or form believe in speaking on behalf of someone who can tell their story. You know, I'm just here to give you an opportunity to let us know what's going on. Okay, that's what this is. That's what this is.
That's what we're here to do.
I met Sunny a few years ago, and immediately I was like, "It's my sister." So
yes, really, literally.
Look,
they thought we were related.
No, for real, they did. One selfie. That was right when Facebook for me was really jumping up because you know it's levels to Facebook. You just get on, you'll get a lot of likes. Yeah. One booty picture, change the game. So Sunny with the selfie and the angle was great because I'm taller than her, so it was like it was really good. A lot of new friends. That was the takeoff.
A lot of new friends.
A lot of new friends. No,
but it was. I love it.
Dope. I felt your energy.
Nah, she rock with you because let me just be. Like I do a lot of stuff, so I don't often have time to do interviews and different things. So sometimes I kind of be, and she said, what date? Because I was like, okay, well, Sunny, I'm not gonna be available. So we gonna get the dates right because we got to get there.
Yeah,
there we going.
Yes,
okay,
that's love.
Okay, no, she rock with you.
That is love. Now, I'm gonna give you guys, like I said, both of you an opportunity to tell your story a little bit. So, as far as you are concerned, ma'am,
yes,
okay. Let us know exactly what happened as far as your journey goes, like before Pink Panther Click. Because y'all became Pink Panther Click because y'all was already Pink Panthering individually.
Right.
Okay. Right. So tell us your story a little bit about what happened.
Okay. Well, let's first start off. My name is Sunshine Smith Williams. They call me Sunny Money Queens.
Yes, they do.
Okay. I'm from South Jamaica, Queens. I migrated from South Jamaica, Queens to Far Rockaway, Queens. I'm pretty much, grew up in a, little tough neighborhood.
Love it.
Grew up in housing. come from.
Talk to the people.
Talk to the people. Okay, yeah. Okay, how you doing? I come from South Jamaica, Queens. Like I said, I'm only child, no father involved. So I pretty much had the streets and the environment raising me.
Right.
Now, the crazier part to it is I was one of those girls that you would have thought maybe I would have had been the gold digger bitch, I'm looking for the drug dealer to take care of me and all of that. No, that wasn't me.
Nah.
Right. Because people was like, so we're just waiting for the big drug dealer guy that took care of you and you was holding the bag for him, right?
Nah. I was the bag. That was me, nigga.
Right. And you know what? I believe my environment created that type of medulla for me.
Okay.
It wasn't that my environment created me to be a go-getter. Yeah. Not a gold digger. So real talk, to the right of me was the biggest drug dealer in the projects. To the left of me was a hoe house. I said either I could be a hoe or be a madam.
Listen.
Or I could be the drug user or the drug dealer.
Listen.
And we're gonna leave it at that.
Listen.
Okay. So I had to make some decisions.
I tell people all the time, if I didn't know the Lord, okay, if we was in Vegas, the Diva Den to be a whole different situation. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
But God. But go on here.
So at that time, I also knew that education was important.
Right.
No one in my family graduated with a degree but my uncle.
Wow.
So because he was the only male figure in my life, he told me that education was very important. And he told me, if you're going to do anything, get trades and degrees. So at that time in my life, I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to do that.
Right.
Became a loan officer at 19, 20, working for Dime Savings Bank.
Okay.
Did what I was supposed to do.
Right.
I just was getting caught up in a lot of relationships. Abusive, verbal.
Really?
Yeah, because now the father figure is gone.
Okay.
So I don't know what is right and what is wrong.
Right.
I just know that I'm looking for love.
Right.
So looking for love didn't mean having multiple partners. It meant dealing with multiple bullshit. We get mixed up with what a strong woman is.
Right.
Being strong doesn't mean being humiliated. It means overcoming adversity with your partner.
Right.
Hardships.
Right.
I didn't know that.
Right.
So I was just dealing with shit thinking, oh, I'm a ride or die. No, I was dying to ride.
They're not hearing this sermon on Sunday.
Serious shit. So my life was a journey of just trying to find myself and looking for love in all the wrong places, mistaking what love was, finding self-love, knowledge of self, just finding all of those things within myself. And unfortunately, I was growing. While growing, I was hurting myself. So long story shorter, that's just my youth and growing up and everything. As I got older, I started to realize what love was. And again, I met my partner at 27. We've been married for 10 years. I've been with him for 12.
Okay.
We have a son. He made me an honorable woman, which is a good thing. But before the transition of getting out of, let's say I had all these great jobs, but there was some hardships along the way. Yeah. So during some hardships, I took a shortcut, and in the shortcut resulted me being in federal prison.
Now let's pause because she's speeding a little bit.
Yeah, I did. I sped all the way.
We in the den. We finna slow it all the way down because we need to really define what this was. Okay, so what exactly did you end up doing that wound you into the big house? Okay, so growing up, I told you, growing up in those neighborhoods, we forged bonds with people that we grew up with. And some of us we don't realize are really not our friends. Okay, they see you moving and shaking and they want a piece of that. They want to be a part of that. There was an individual that I grew up with from South Jamaica, Queens, and even in the PSI, it's just all a blatant setup. And PSI is your information that you get, all the information is gathered up during your federal investigation. Who said what, this person, whatever. Your paperwork, right.
The paperwork, all the paperwork. This individual, I'm not going to say his name. He asked me to give him a lift somewhere. He paid me. You know me, I'm about my bag. They don't pay me sunny money for nothing. Right. If you want me to take you where you want me to take you, you're going to have to pay me because you're making me lose money on what other jobs I got going on today. Right. So they paid me $1,000 to drive them upstate New York. Upstate New York, of course, you got to pass through. Scranton, Pennsylvania is one of those. I think was that I-280 or is that 80?
It could be. I live
one
off
of them.
Series,
Right.
so.
Right. well, in the process, we made a stop, and while we made a stop, he was busting his $100 bills. He left his money and his fanny pack inside the vehicle of where I was at.
Right.
So of course, while he gets caught, he's telling them that he's not by himself. He's in a white sedan.
Shut up.
Yes, and all the information. He's in a white sedan bearing New York tags. They come out to the vehicle and they apprehend me. My thing is, if you're doing something, and even if I knew your shit wasn't right, why would you send them to the vehicle when all of the shit is in the vehicle?
Yeah, like you, just because you know you going down now, we all got to sit up and go down, and you just mess up everything.
That's what people that can't take accountability for their actions do. So my crime was guilt. Was greed.
Yeah.
Greed. Yeah. I knew something wasn't right with you. You never had no bag like that.
Right.
I continued.
Yeah.
And I took the money. Now, what happens is your property that's in my vehicle while you're doing what you're doing
is mine
because it's my car. So now I'm being left with over $20,000-$30,000 in counterfeit money in there. And if you know the federal guidelines, they go by the money count.
So based on this,
right, the money count and your leadership role.
Oh.
Now, again, my education played a bad part for me because I'm a person that has all these credentials.
Yeah.
So they're looking at my credentials. They're looking at him. He's a 2-time felon. You aren't a felon. You have a business in New York City. You have your degree and you were in law school. So they're looking at all of this shit. Like I was accepted to CUNY Law and had to withdraw.
Wow.
So it was terrible. Like everything was, but I feel that had to happen for a reason. I think I was doing too much.
God had to sit you down.
I was doing too much.
Yeah.
And I wasn't using, I wasn't on point. I definitely wasn't on point. I have discernment now, which is something that is worth more than liquid gold.
Come on.
And a lot of people don't understand that. And if I had to go through that again, just to get discernment again, I would do it 6 times.
Really?
I would go to jail 6 times. Because,
how many years did you do that?
I did 1.
1 year.
Okay. I did 1.
Okay.
But that's still enough to be away from your family. My son was 4. So there's I missed 1 Christmas with 1 Thanksgiving, 1. That was enough.
Yeah.
When your child is telling you that he wants you to leave now, let's go back home, and you can't leave because you have the CO over there ready to tell y'all 10 minutes, visit is over. That's the most humiliating thing you would ever want your child to go through, most painful thing ever.
And what were you actually charged with?
Conspiracy to utter counterfeit and negotiate, because they thought that I was selling wholesale.
Wow, because of your credentials, they thought, well, she's smart enough to know how to do it. And then with who she's with, he's
and
really doing it.
And they said the mastermind always stays behind. Wow. I said if I was the mastermind wouldn't have been there.
I'm trying to tell you, I wouldn't even have been there.
I'd be on a fucking walkie-talkie telling the nigga to go that way instead of this way.
Exactly.
So, but anyway, I took accountability for my actions, and I copped out. I had the year, and unfortunately, I had that year, but I did meet my prison sister, JAMILA T. Davis, and I'm forever grateful for that situation.
Yeah.
So, you have some good, you have some bad, but
what did it feel like? So let's just let us in real quick. When you were standing before the judge, right before he told you how long you were sentenced, what was going through your mind?
Listen, the crazier part is my son was with me. He had no mercy. And that was stupid for me to bring my son, because I thought, you see me as a mother, I took accountability. I even got before the judge and said, listen, but between the fact that you have me on a pretrial bracelet, which was stupid to me because I wasn't a violent crime. I didn't have any crazy. My crimes before that, I had hand issues. So if anything, it was maybe knocking a bitch out. Stuff like that. Right. Nothing to deal with, white collar crimes or anything like that. And I was never a felon. So it was like, I don't understand what's the need for you to, the feds used to pop up at a shoe boutique I co-owned. They used to just pop up there.
What?
Wow. Yeah.
Just
because they were located, I guess, a couple of blocks away, but just pop up there, pop up at my grandmother's house, pop up at anybody's house that they know.
Because of that bracelet?
Yes.
What?
Yeah. Pretrial is a whole different situation. You are the property of the government until they see fit that you've been, sentenced.
Crazy.
So it was just, I didn't like that whole situation. But when that judge said to me that they were giving me that year, I'm like, well, I already did some time in county prison. I thought my lawyer and I thought that they were going to take time served.
Wow.
My guidelines was I think 4 to 12 months, something like that. They give you like the breakdown. So I was like, okay, well, I did the minimum.
Right.
No, they wanted
a full 12 from you.
Yeah.
And how you said, so you did 4 months in the county?
I did 6 months in the county and the rest of the time in Danbury.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it was stupid. But again, like I said,
I mean,
yeah.
When you think about it, just as a mother now myself, you know, to have your child in there with you, and then to know not only are they seeing this, and then you're about to go away, like for you to come out and still be sane, that's dope. It speaks to the strength of who you are as a person.
And the strength of God.
Seriously, of course.
Because had she not gone in to do that time, we would have never met. And then this journey that her life has taken, which is going down a whole nother path, but a path certainly of greatness,
of course,
it would not have occurred. So it just lets people know, like, yo, you know, sometimes we don't understand God. We don't understand why he's doing or allowing certain things to be done. And we, you know, the Bible says all things will work together for our good.
Come on.
Every day is like, it's working together for our good.
Every day is something different.
That's a beautiful thing. I'm about to say, it's funny you chimed in, Jamila, because you knew I was coming.
Okay.
For the boots first.
Hey.
But no. So what exactly happened in your life, Miss Jamila, that placed you in federal prison? How long did you actually do before you met Miss Sunny?
Okay, so going back, let me just say my time. I did 9 years behind bars. I was sentenced in 2008 to 12 and a half years in federal prison for bank fraud.
Wow.
So let's go back a little bit about me and my history so I can kind of lead you up into how I got incarcerated. I grew up in Queens, New York, Jamaica, Queens.
Okay.
I was just always kind of like her. Although I had a 2-family home, I had a mother who was a school teacher and a father that was a transit supervisor. And I had that loving, caring attention and time and da-da-da-da.
Right.
You know, I always had attraction to guys on the other side of the fence.
What fence was that? Talk about the fence.
You know, I like the bad boys. So for me, I was kind of like an A student. I had got accepted to high school performing arts in Manhattan. I was a drama major. My life was kind of like on a track that my mom, she's one of those stage moms.
Right,
5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to go here. Let's go.
Right.
You know, and we was going.
Right.
And then I met Craig, who was a 16-year-old drug dealer from the 40 Housing Projects in Jamaica, Queens. It's ironic. That's where
that's where I'm from.
Yeah, that's where she grew up.
What?
Yes. So back then, that was like the early 90s. Having a drug dealer boyfriend was everything. You know, this was the era of crack cocaine.
So you was out here living. The boots been around, Sonny. She been had the boots, Sonny.
So from I was 14, he was 16, and he was making very, very, very good money.
Hold on. Let's pause real quick. 14, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? 14, I think I was still excited about Barbies, Jamila. I actually collected it. 14, I think I was like just going to the skating ring, 7:30 by myself. 14.
Just always wanted to be. And this is why sometimes when you see little girls that's kind of growing up too fast, you know, people criticize them, but then they got to see what's going on in their life.
Right.
I just wanted that love. I wanted that affection. I seen the girls that I looked up to. They had the bamboo earrings, at least 2 pair. Like, you know, it was LL
fault. Is what you said.
No, I'm not saying it was LL's fault. I take full responsibility for my actions, Queen. Okay. But I'm just telling you, I wanted it.
I wanted it, yeah.
But it wasn't until I got into the middle of the projects and I seen what was happening and got to experience the piss in the elevator. It was just piss in the elevator that did something for me. Like just the whole. Listen, when you're coming from the other side,
because I'm about to say, because you grew up in like a suburban, more or less area.
My mother was home every day by 3 p.m. Okay, she's waiting at the door to open up the door to let us in. Homework time, snacks, kids. Here we go. Like I lived that life.
So this was attractive because it was a whole nother side.
The gritty.
She just said the piss in the elevator did something to her. Be clear.
I wish we could have.
I've been to Brooklyn a couple times. I got my mother's from Brooklyn, and she grew up in Far Rockaway. I don't think I've ever experienced the piss in the elevator, and don't want to. But I don't want that bad.
Because even to this day, though, I'm gonna just be completely honest with you because I'm going off topic. But there's something about a dude that grows up in the midst of adversity. It's something about the dude that had to take the roaches out of the box of cereal.
Oh no, my lord, my lord!
They drive and they ambition and they hustle is stupid.
It's different.
Okay, so it's like from me seeing this 16-year-old. Getting to the bag.
Yeah.
Yo, we gotta serve. Hold on, Miller. Yo, we serving, we cutting up. We like.
So you was excited. You in the kitchen cutting up.
I was beyond excited. Like, yo, this he about his BI. So you gotta understand. I'm from Queens, right? And I'm from the from the suburbs in Queens. So to see that kind of mentality, I just loved it. I'm like, yo, it's something about how they get to this bag that I'm attracted to.
Right.
So I was always attracted to the hustler.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So long story short, I went on over there and I never came back. I ain't even going.
She said I would never came back.
So, to be honest with you,
hey yo,
I'm what they call half and half.
Is that okay? That's what this is.
So even when I got locked up, it was like, yo. You know how people think like, okay, the suburban girl, she gonna be. Nah, man, I was raised by killers. I'm a boss. Yeah. Like, I know some people don't understand. Like when you raised by the foundation of the foundation, like, I move different,
honey.
I move different.
Oh, look, they.
Okay, wait. What's up? I just got here. Hey, yo, I got $1,000. You want me to put $1,000 on somebody's books real quick?
Honey.
Who gonna wake you out, miss?
Honey.
Stop playing with me like that.
That's how you walked. That's how you walked in?
Yeah, no, because they was trying to play at first.
Right.
You know, when you
go
go
places,
places,
looking
people
like you
try
was,
to play.
You Piper from Orange is the New Black. They thought you was Piper.
We not
thought
doing
you was
that.
Piper.
Miss, I'm not fighting you. You a big ass Amazon chicken. I'm not putting my hands on you, but this is what I'm gonna do. I will put enough money out there,
honey.
You will not walk this motherfucking complex.
Okay,
and I mean that shit.
I know that's right.
They be like, "Oh, Miller, you know what? You
got it."
And they know.
Now everybody's your friend.
People was hungry.
Oh
These
my
people,
god.
They not getting soups and sandwiches and commissary.
They
not. I'm gonna load them all the way up.
Oh
Leave me alone.
I know that's the fuck.
Oh, the commissary clerk.
Oh,
stop this shit.
Stop it. You get no chips today.
So
no honey buns for you.
The brain boss. Even in prison, it was just because that's what you all run different things. So it's about using your mind to make but baby, we just skipped all over the
No. We can listen. I'm driving. Don't worry, we're gonna double back. Don't worry, we're coming back. Because we needed that though. We needed that. Okay? We needed to know. We needed to know who JAMILA was. Okay? Why was she in there?
Some shit
okay?
Because that whole motherfucker, don't play.
And be serious. And people will think like, because everybody thinks like, yo, I could bust my gun, right? Or I could use my fist and I'm gonna make it happen.
Right.
But nah, nigga, I'm gonna use my motherfucking mind.
Oh yeah,
okay? Because when I take you the fuck out,
just a little bit of a bag.
You need a little bag behind it
because they move different.
Drop that whole bag on there.
She said, "What's your federal number?" So 14, you fell in love with the hustle.
Yes, I fell in love with the hustle.
Introduced to the whole grind,
but then I got hurt.
I was about to say, so what happened?
So basically, it was crazy. First of all, I got pregnant at 14. So like during my first experience,
I almost spit all my water out.
Yeah, you gotta understand, like this was real. So my first experience, I went all the way in. I got with this dude. I fell in love with him. I thought it was gonna be like the lifestyle I lived in. He was used to. His father was a pimp. He was used to them pimping hoes and running through chicks. You feel me? I wasn't used to that. I was used to Liddy and Jose, and they was happily married, happily ever after. So I'm coming into this hustler lifestyle, but I'm not really ready for what comes with that because I thought in my mind, I'm going to give myself to him and he's going to be with me and we're going to live happily ever after. And that's it's going to be the end.
Right.
So when he cheated on me,
things change when you get cheated on. Let's talk about it. But you was 14.
This is what I'm trying to explain to you. So now I'm moving ahead of my time. I'm not emotionally nor mentally equipped for what was coming.
Right.
So when I found out he was cheating on me, and then he actually got this chick pregnant. She was a 16-year-old just like him, and she had a job at the bakery. To this day, I don't even look at bakers. I still got a problem with the chicks that work at the bakery.
At the bakery, and all you're doing is picking up cookies, and you got a problem with her.
What you know what's so funny? The nigga told me he was going to choose her over me because she was an independent woman and got her own money.
Oh my God.
Let's get this phrase right here. Right. I got left at 14. I had heartbreak because the man said she was an independent woman making her own money.
Right.
So at that particular moment, I took all the pain, I cried my heart out, and then I did that transformer move. Shh.
Yep. It became
the independent money girl that was about to get all the motherfucking money.
It's like
period.
That. But it's
all
always
the money. So basically, I was living to show this nigga, you know what? You played yourself. You played yourself, and you left me for this chick. Now check this out. Let me show you how I'm about to and get to the bag.
Yes.
So immediately, that's how I became a hustler. I wasn't really like a hustler like that before. I became a hustler through the heartbreak, through the, okay, I don't know how to release this pain. I don't know nothing about no coping skills because nobody never taught me this. But let me go in the deepest part of my vein and let me show this nigga what it's heading for.
Now let's pause real quick though, because you said that you grew up in a 2-parent household. So at 14, and you're going through this transformation, you're going through these different adversities at 14. Where are your parents?
My parents are there, but they okay. So here goes what's what. First of all, when my mother heard that I was messing with this dude, she basically told me it was going to be her or him. She put her foot down. So it's like that was kind of the wrong move. Parents don't do that because that. So now I basically rebelled against my parents. I ran away. I just turned into something that I wasn't because I was chasing him, and I was ready to die for him. I was ready to give my soul for him. But he's cheating on me. So I don't even understand that. I don't understand how I'm loyal to you to the point where I'm ready to give my all, but then you ready to leave me for her, and she don't even give a fuck about you like that. She's not a rider like me. Her DNA is not like mine.
She making bagels.
You understand what I'm saying?
She's in the bakery.
But you ready to give it all up. And so at that particular point, you know, in order to cope, I had to get money. So that's why, like, I had an addiction. Like, really, this you know how people be like, yo, I get money. Like, nah, like, listen to me. Nigga, I was a slave to the money, like, by any means necessary. I started by getting a full-time job in high school. So she was working at the bakery. I went to Haagen-Dazs ice cream shop. I had a full-time job. I worked from 4 to 12 at Haagen-Dazs in school. So I maintained school in that, and I did that 5 days a week. You know, so it was just crazy. And then I got that money, and then I went from that money to finding other drug dealers that hustle, and then I had learned the game. So I've always been a natural entrepreneur. So I had learned what my boyfriend did. So I'm telling my new boyfriend, like, hold up, you ain't cutting that up right. And when you roll that up, brew that better. And hold on, the spot you go on, how much you said that cost? We got a better spot. Let me take you over here.
No, it's like that though. It'd be like that. It'd be like that. It's like that.
So I became a professional hustler's girlfriend, and like not even to the point like I'm helping these niggas take their enterprise to the next level continuously. So even though I got 12 and a half years for bank fraud, which I never should have got, but I guess I could have got life for some of them fucking
for the things you could have did. So that was
put together right. So it's okay. But the long story short is it brought out the beast in me because I still, and you know what the funny part to it is, I may still have not healed completely from the pain. Because all I wanted to do was love. I just wanted to support the one I love. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't, you know, take into account that I might get hurt in the middle of it.
Now, did you think that your upbringing, being that it was the total opposite from now the life that you were now exposed to, do you think that that also played a part, not necessarily wanting to be that cookie cutter like, you know, your mom? Because I feel like now that I'm a mom, just looking at it, we grow up and we see what our mom did and we like, oh, I ain't gonna do it like that. I'm gonna do the exact same thing. But did you feel like that was something that fueled you to be totally opposite of your parents?
I think the rebellion part, but at the end of the day, like I have a lot of regrets, you know, and then I am just like my mother, even though I complained about baby. I complained to her earlier, but unfortunately, I'm Miss Liddy's child. You know, so it just is what it is when it comes to that. But I just rebelled. I rebelled, and I wanted something different because I thought it was what was better for me. So now, even when I speak to kids and I go to schools, I'm kind of like the credible messenger that they can listen to say, "Nah, mommy's okay, daddy's okay." They know what they talking about because they dealt with it before. You feel me?
So we back in the car. We driving. So hustle boyfriend, hustler mentality. All the hustler boyfriends helping them out. We moving and shaking. You get into it. What did you do that wound up getting you 12 years?
Okay, so basically, I went from drugs to credit. So I was the chick in the industry that was helping a whole bunch of dudes get their cars and their houses. So I had a situation in the hookup that I could take you from a 400 credit score to 800 overnight. So I basically...
I'd like to talk to you at the end of this interview. I'm just... we can in the interview right now. No, so okay, so
with understanding credit, I was teaching and informing my peers because a lot of my friends, I grew up around the corner from DJ Clue. I went to school with Irv Gotti and Ja Rule, and actually Ja Rule and Aisha and Irv Gotti and Deb, like they were at the high school. So it's like in the area I grew up in, there was a lot of people that were rappers and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I started being able to get in the business to school them on how to utilize credit. Because people didn't really know how to get credit.
Right.
So I was kind of like the credit lady. I came in, fixed up everybody's credit, and got all the hustlers' cars.
Gotcha.
So that was my first experience, and that was my first step with the law, because I definitely caught a Fed case over that, and I should have sat on down, took it on in, but not I,
What you mean? What happened?
With the first case, with the grace of God, I was able to work out a deal to get them the cars back. So understand how the feds work. The feds is all about loss amount. So the more loss amount you got in a case, that's going to be the time that you get.
Right.
Right. So I was able to work out a deal to help get some of the cars back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was able to get the cars back, I was able to reduce the loss amount and get out. And that was the plan anyway. So I never knew my customers was going to stop paying their car notes. So when I brought them in the game, I'm like, look, you got to pay your car note. Oh yeah, but I got you. You know what I mean? I got the girl.
Right.
Yo, and niggas stopped paying their notes.
Right.
So really, that's how the scheme got kind of like exposed.
They call that death by default. That's what that
death by deception.
Death by deception because they stopped paying.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So that was your first case.
Yeah. And I got 5 years probation by the grace of God for that case. Because I was able to take a loss. I think we would have probably had, upward $1 million loss, and it ended up coming out to less than 200,000. So with that, I got 5 years probation.
Wow.
So I went from that into selling houses, and I was getting upscale houses in like Alpine and Saddle River, houses that were like estates with swimming pools and, all kind of stuff inside of them. And in that particular deal, I was always the person who was in the gray area. So I wasn't all the way, like I never was just a scammer.
Mm-hmm.
Like I never just went out and said, yo, we gonna just go rob you and take this money.
Right.
I just always put together these intricate schemes to help my people come up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A mastermind.
No. And that's,
I'm sorry.
I think they're afraid of that. First of all, America's afraid of the black Wakandan brain, period. But as a woman, to be strong in that and actually be able to move and manipulate or however, it's
and it came with a lot of power too.
Of course.
So you got to understand, like, so my friends that were celebrities, like niggas wouldn't pee without calling me, because it was like I was the bag. I was the person taking everybody to the bag.
Yeah.
So it was like I became that chick. So, with that caught the attention of the FBI, and they got a hard on for me because they seen how I was living. I got the houses, the cars, the Maybachs, the jewelry, like it just was ignorant. I made millions of dollars and I spent millions of dollars, and it's just, I was living a life that wasn't really in the real world. But I got that time, and at first I thought it was like the worst thing that could ever happen to me, but God used that time because he got his child back. So I was lost.
Yeah.
When I went over there into the projects and I started doing stuff that I really was never equipped or geared to do, I kind of lost my direction, my path, and he brought me back into purpose. So there in that place where I was at, I actually kind of in commune with God. I started writing. I never knew I had the skill set to write books. My mother, who's an educator, always wanted me to get my education. I never did that, but behind bars, I got my associate, I got my bachelor's, my master's. I'm currently working on my PhD. So I basically turned my whole life around, and then we started this movement behind bars.
Right.
And pretty much with the movement, it was to create awareness about the epidemic of women in prison.
Okay.
And the lengthy sentences that they face as nonviolent crime, violent offenders. Yes.
Gotcha.
Let's talk about the connection about.
Well, nobody said we are. We about to breathe for a second.
Okay,
We're gonna get some
breathe.
water. We're gonna fix our lip gloss real quick.
Okay. Hold on.
Listen, we got JAMILA and Sunny Money Queens in the Diva. Then y'all, we are live right here on Big Bad Radio. We about to jump in the element trip real quick, and we'll be right back,
Let's
y'all.
trip.
So don't you go nowhere.
Hey.
Look, I told them they'd be amazed at your story. They don't even know who.
No, like, this is
501 viewers. It's not bad.
No, for real though. For real.
I should share it or save it. Share it. Yeah.
That is crazy. Like I could sit and talk to y'all like all day, and I'd like to. So we're going to New York. No, I'm sorry.
Now that's what's up.
Yeah. Mad people was asking questions I couldn't even answer. He was like, "What's what happened to the baby? Did you have the baby? Is he alive? Is she alive?" They was asking questions.
Did your mom?
Yeah, she made me, because I told her and I cried and he had already cheated. It was just like my 14-year-old bitch. Let's go. Let's go to the doctor. Let's get this rid of this.
Yeah.
So that was that. And then I was just off on my path of chasing love. And to be honest with you, to this fucking day, still ain't found it.
Right.
And then, got to the point where I just said, fuck it.
Right. It's not your job to find it.
Nah, man. It's like, yo,
he's coming.
Yo, you just gotta
and baby, when he come, you gonna be like, holy
your whole world.
This is
all
why
that is gonna change.
I know. I promise you.
And I'm gonna
I
be
promise
like,
you, sister. I promise.
I'm gonna be like, excuse me, can I see your ID, please? Can I get your? Hold on, what is your?
Please. We were just talking to Miss JAMILA. She was telling us her story about just who she is, how she is, and how she came to be who she is. We got to jump back in it, man, because 12 years.
Let's go. Yes, I got
12 years.
sentenced to 12 and a half years in federal prison for bank fraud in 2008. Yes, ma'am.
What exactly were you bank frauding, JAMILA? 12 years. That's mad days.
Yo, man, I really didn't get sentenced because of what I did. I mean, I did something and I accept responsibility. I think I got sentenced for my potential.
Because I'm telling
when they came in and saw I was moving and shaking, it was like, yo, we're gonna sit this bitch down. Nobody gets the type of time I got for bank fraud. But I understood that what happened to me was more so of a spiritual thing rather than a physical punishment. And I'm grateful for it because it was in that place that I really made peace and connected with my savior. And I needed that. I needed that. It opened my eyes to a lot of things. It taught me the value of a lot of things. I used to serve money. You know what I'm saying? I used to serve things. I used to serve people.
We having church in here, y'all.
Okay, but today I serve God. And had I not had that experience, the way I see things wouldn't be as such. And to be honest with you, like I'm an activist. That's like my full-time job now is being an activist. And I do a lot of things in the community for the kids, for the people. I would never be doing that because it would never be what was in me to do. So, you know, I would have been chasing the bag, and really the bag ain't necessarily in that,
right?
But my heart is in that,
right?
So today I chase my heart.
That's dope. That's dope. Now, same question I asked Sonny when you were there in front of the judge and you heard 12 years.
Baby, you trying to bring me to my knees. What I felt like was life was over. There was no way in my mind, someone who never served a day in prison. Right. I mean, I didn't know how I could do a 12.5-year sentence. I thought life was over. But, you know, at that lowest point, that's when, like I said, I got help because I wouldn't even have the strength to carry through. I felt numb. Wow. Every piece of everything in my body, like my life literally flashed before my face. I felt like I was at my funeral procession. I saw my body being lowered into the ground. I saw the kids throwing flowers over me crying. It was over in my mind. There was no way that I would think in my mind that I would be strong enough to get through it. But I was wrong.
Wow. All right, so give me a beat, y'all. We need a beat or something. Give me a beat because I need to lighten up the room in here. We're gonna take y'all back, okay? I'm gonna take y'all back. All right, so let's talk about you about to walk on the tier. You in there now, okay? That's where we at. You see, I had to lighten it up. You know where we was going.
Baby. Is
that what it is? I don't know. I should know. I mean, I know a little bit of the lingo, a little something. No, let me stop. So you guys get in there. Tell me about the day that you two met. Yeah, how was that? Like, what happened? What was going on that day? Go ahead, set yourself up. Because I think I want to know. Because as a woman on the outside, okay, just to know what jail is as they depict it. I want to know as a woman, like, what's jail? I ain't trying to go, Lord. Okay.
You don't want to go.
I don't because I really feel like that's when the savage in me would come out.
Yeah, okay. Nah, it's not a good place.
Yeah. So tell me about the day that JAMILA T. Davis runs into Sonny over here.
All right, let me prepare you for the day. So it was just a regular prison day. Everybody's kind of out. Regular prison day.
That's the thing, huh?
Everybody's out. You know, we're chilling. They called us out for something. I think we had a town hall that day because everybody was in the hall.
A town hall. What the hell is going on inside that y'all having town hall? What?
Had town hall.
Nah, we had town hall because the lady had no balls. What's the thing?
No, it's something that she had, but they call it town hall shingles.
She had shingles.
Somebody had shingles, and somebody in the.
So somebody had shingles. So we had to be. We had a town hall to tell us all about what was happening and what was going on, and out of nowhere, this girl with fresh.
Right,
you know, eyelashes on.
Yeah, I had my lashes on. Yes,
her little braids to the back.
Had with my straight backs.
With the two step swing.
No, you did.
Right. You see the bop, right? The 2-step swing coming up. And we like, who is this?
First of all, tell me.
The hate was real. I know the hate was coming, Sonny. They don't be ready for us.
I didn't have no hate. I mean, I'm not a friendly.
She had hate. She just
listen, but the bitches ain't want no smoke. There was no smoke. Nobody said nothing really out of pocket or whatever like that. I think somebody said something to me and I might have told it.
Okay, no.
Oh, okay.
Let me help her out.
I'm about to say, JAMILA, can you lead us in, please?
I'm going to tell you from her perspective.
Gotcha.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
First day in Danbury, she knows our friend Cora, which is a OG in the prison. It's only a couple people that's straight OGs in the house.
Gotcha.
Because they either run in a section or they move in a section, and Cora was one of them.
Gotcha.
So she's friends with Cora.
Right.
Me and her the first day, we end up chopping it up. I see she from my hood. Okay. We know all the same people. My mother was her 7th grade English teacher.
Oh, so
yes, you can't make this shit up.
No, it's over. God did this. God did
so at that point, we kicking it and we like, oh, I love her. I think she's dope.
Right.
So I become her friend. You know what I'm saying? I'm the triple OG, godmother of the whole situation. She's running the prison because she's the motherfucking what was your rec clerk? She's the fucking recreational. So if you did time in prison, rec is everything. You got to have them stamps right when you mailing out them packages.
Right.
You got to make sure your special gifts. You got the shit she creates, the curriculums and all of these things.
So she was in there.
And then the other bitch, my bitch, Cora, that I went to high school with, is the commissary.
You was in this.
Because I came in there and I had this bitch on my right and the commissary clerk on my left. I wanted to clean that because she said she got no smoke. No. Why would she ever get smoke?
What's the smoke for?
You messing with the lieutenants. You messing with the You got two 5-star generals in the prison, and you rocking with both of them, and people gonna give you smoke? Like, really? So she came right underneath the wing. It was what it was. Little sis got cooked for. Little sis ran whatever she wanted to do. I said, baby, what you want to do? She said, I want to do the lightest activity. She's sweeping floors.
She said, I want to do the lightest activity. Get out of here.
I swear I did. I said, I need to do the lightest activity.
Why?
She said, kitchen, want to sweep the floors? 8 minutes a day? I said 8 minutes a day, baby. That bitch brought it down to 3 minutes.
Ew! Talk heavy, Jamila.
So you understand the prison culture. You got the house Negroes, okay, and you got the field Negroes, okay. So if you are privileged in prison, you get the house jobs, okay. So the elite privileged,
right.
You work.
Come on, flip it one time. Okay, come on, hit one time. Okay.
But everybody can't get in the house.
That's true.
Because it's only a few small amount of limited jobs inside the house.
Right.
So the plug got to put you in. So of course, Sunny Money Queens. You understand what I'm saying?
There.
Would meet the two major plugs.
Exactly.
Plug right in.
That's right.
Shoot. So she's plugged up.
How many years were you in already before you had met
her? I was already in 5-6 years before.
6.5 years.
Yeah. So it was already. So Sunshine came in on like put my feet up.
I surely did. Time. Yo, that was the little.
Yo, the fact that y'all perspective on jail right now is so chill. She talking about I was sweeping for 3 minutes.
I was and wiping the table.
Let's in comparison to the person who worked in the field who had to do 8 to 10 hour hard labor, moving branches and trees.
The ground worker wearing that green uniform and them hard ass shoes. I had a short shoe pass. Sis said, "Listen, bitch, go get a short suit pass so you ain't got to wear them hard ass shoes."
Because we know the system.
It's
but
crazy.
If you don't know the system and you come in, you come in to do hard core in the Jesus. I'm sorry. In the wintertime, shoveling. So those girls have to go out and they have to shovel all the grounds of all the way the warden lives and all that shit. This is chicks. If you work in the field, you are shoveling the snow.
That's right.
You picking up the leaves. You mowing the grass.
What?
You painting their facilities. You putting shit together. So it's a different kind of chick. So then you're gonna have hate. Because people are going to resent you. You feel me?
When they see this new person coming in there doing the less.
Some days I didn't work at all. So for me, as a recreational clerk, I go in 1 day a week and I might put in an hour. That's 1 day a week. While they on the Johnny on the field picking up the trees.
I knew my sis was a boss when somebody came over to her and said, "So where's the shovel? You need me to shovel the grass." I said, "Bitch, don't you supposed to do that?" She said, "Bitch, I ain't picking up no Johnny right on and put the money on her books." I said, "This bitch right here."
Yikes.
Yikes. The lady did no hard work, bitch. I ain't never listened.
We really had it made. Like niggas cooked for us. We had the meals being brought from the. I didn't even have to go into the cafeteria. My meals came to me every day.
What?
You know what I mean? I just wrote. I was up on the top bunk. I did my writing. My meals came.
And she only cooked for me. My sister only cooked. They had a hard time about that too. Listen, my sister cooked for me once a week. I love Miller. Look, my sister's playing. She cooked. Bitch, what you want? Some motherfucking. What was the favorite bowl you cooked? The nachos.
Yeah, I love the nachos. The potato logs.
Potato logs. Listen, that's right. That's why I had so much smoke.
The macro fried rice. I used to give you that good macro fried rice. Season it up. Some real macro.
I love you, your energy, your boots and everything, but I don't want none of your macro rice, okay?
You know what's so
hold all of that.
I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm in the free world right now, but that macro fried rice tastes so good. I ain't even gonna hold you up. I get a bowl of that.
No, but guess what?
Go to sleep.
And tried to make it in the microwave out here and it didn't work for me.
No.
You gotta. You're not in that mind state to really.
The convectional oven. That shit is different in there.
So, my question to you, Jamila. Now, you're speaking about your experience while you're in there, okay, as this boss that you are. But did you just walk into that initially? What did you have to go through to get that? Because I feel like stripes got to be earned. You did.
Stripes have to be earned, but it starts with respect, right? And then it also starts with being able to be a person that can help others in need.
Right.
So when you have skill sets and information and knowledge that can help people. Like I used to work in a law library. So I know how to write briefs. I mean, people going through things with family members. I could make calls to make things in outside. Like I did a lot of movement in the outside world. So I was that person that could reach things. I also have relationships with the offices. So like the way women play is a lot different than the way men play. You know what I'm saying? So men, we don't rock with the officers. Listen, if you in a women's prison and you don't rock with the officers, you will not live. Okay, so a couple of the officers, not all of them, was like my friends. One to this day, that's my sister. We became that close. So I would get shit. I get things that everybody else can't get. I get information niggas can't get. Niggas have a problem. If you got a bed exchange like in prison, they don't like to move you. Right. So if you got beef with your bunkie, you might have to stay there the whole stay. Y'all might have to knuckle up and everything before you get up out of the room.
Right.
But if you come talk to JAMILA might get you moved up out the room.
So you was really the plug for real, all the way around. Now let's talk a little bit, y'all. We've been talking, but we gonna talk a little bit. Did you have to fight while you was in there?
Nah, I really didn't have to. I mean, not that I wouldn't, but the thing about me, that's the difference. Like, I got a heart like a nigga. Like, even killers love me because I runs up on them. Like, I don't fear death. Like, there's no, I'm right and wrong. I'm principle based. So I'm never a hothead. So I'm not going to do anything to anybody that's unkind, that's not right. I'm never going to take advantage of you because that's not what I believe in. But I believe in principle. So I'm all about principle. So like, if you do something to me and it's out of I'm coming to you and I'm letting you know we can die. Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Saying cut the damn show? She just said, I'm letting you know. With Jesus right now. Ain't nobody ever said that to me
but
before.
This is how I move, and so niggas respect it. Because it's like, you got to understand, I'm a chick that's always been doing things in a man's world. So like, if I wasn't strong enough, you know what I'm saying? Like I was telling Sunshine before, like how I met like it's OGs that people respect from my hood, like Preem. Supreme from Preem Team. I met these niggas running up on me at a pyramid talking about, hey, yo, homie, what's up? Yo, I was always respectful, but I stay in my position. And people respect that. They be like, yo, shorty, she is something about her. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's not
backing down.
So it's the same in prison. So with girls, like, they do all of that, you know, that fighting that's not even real fighting. Like, you really doing shit because you know the guard is right there and about to break it up. I don't do that. I'm not doing scenes with you. You know what I do with people like that? I'm gonna let you get yours off. I'm waking you up at 3:00 in the morning in your bunk bed when everybody's asleep. Shorty, can we holler real quick? What's up?
Right after the count.
Yes, when there's nobody there. So that was me and you. Now what's good? You know what I'm saying? No, like, yo, do you have a problem with me? Like, what are we doing? You know, I'm not for the shits. I'm not here to disrespect you, but you're not gonna disrespect me either. This is my house. I live here. This nigga said 12 and a half. I live in my house. I'm gonna live here in peace.
Honey.
So how you want to do this?
Do you want to adopt me? Because Sonny say no. Listen, I'm here for all of this because it's a time now in the game where women forget that we can be that. Okay, that roar that y'all hear in her, that energy that's coming out when she's speaking, just because she's a lady doesn't mean she shouldn't exemplify all of what she's given us. Okay, and a lot of times with the way that the game is now, they try to put you in a box and say you're not allowed to do or be, and we go through the same experiences. So I just love just to hear how you are.
But I'm all about principle though. So and sister, we all go through it because if something is not about principle, like I could just meet you, right? But if somebody did something to rob you or take your motherfucking money, we gonna run up on them and get your motherfucking money.
I believe that.
That ain't right.
No, I believe that.
I don't believe in anybody taking advantage of anybody or doing anything disrespectful. And when we do it, we check each other like, yo, sis, that wasn't right. Like, we go based on a code of principle. That's why people really fuck with us, because at the end of the day, it ain't about your rah-rah or ego, but it's about not doing wrong by people and allowing wrong to be done. So when something wrong is done, we take care of the issue. So people got to respect that because that's fair and honest.
That's fair and honest. I feel like you in no way, shape, or form got into one fight while you were in jail.
No, it's crazy. No, it happened.
You did?
No, listen. Miller, tell you, I was chasing a bitch. I told her pull a bitch in the chapel.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Not in the Lord's house, Sonny.
No,
but we didn't let nobody have. Like, at the end of the day, here goes
principle. It was just something the girl did, and I ain't like that.
Prison.
What she do?
I just. What did I don't even know what that bitch did, but I know she aggravated and irked me.
I remember that, and then we put that out because at the end of the day, and when you're in camp, you got all these privileges. So if you fight, One fight takes away every privilege. So you immediately go to an FCI. You cannot call home for 6 months. One fight will get your phone privileges suspended for 6 months. It will also get your commissary privileges suspended for 4 or 5 months. So the consequences far outseed the gain. So then that's when you got to operate with your mind. I'm not getting ready to fight you in front of all these people so that we could go down. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you hook off and everything. But let me tell you something. They gonna you gonna.
They're gonna drag your ass.
I was so hot because again we base everything on principle. So my thing was, bitch, you out here saying that I did something that I didn't do. So I didn't have time to strategically look for, let me see how I'm gonna break this down and play possum. That fire within me, because I'm a fighter, like I really got hands, I throw my hands, I will drag you, bitch. So I was like, yo, I can't. Next thing I know, I see Miller running behind me, I see Cora running behind me, and they like, we not doing this.
Now we gonna be crying.
Cause bitch, you gotta get out of here because we got a message that we just sat down and talked about, and you fucking up the game plan.
It's the most shit, and we about to do this shit for $2. What we gonna do, bitch? We gonna stop your food. You won't eat in this motherfucker no more. And we gonna stop your commissary. You won't get no special treats no more. We gonna stop your laundry. Okay? This is other ways to move. You don't gotta put your hands on people.
And that's exactly what happened. The bitch, rest of her time, I don't think commissary was real good. I think a lot of things was missing out of her basket. I don't think she could send anything.
And when she went to that child household to get the big steak that was supposed to be put on her plate.
Yeah, bitch, you got bread.
A half a portion.
Shut the front door.
Don't leave us alone. Leave us alone.
Because we're really, really that. Okay.
Let me do my message and my purpose, and that was what
that's why I'm telling her, like, yo, we not getting ready. Because once you sometimes I learned from the prison experience, don't always expose your hand. Why are you exposing your hand? Why are you letting them know how you about to move? You know my baby father. I got one baby. I got two, but one of my baby fathers.
I'm done with her. Okay? I swear to God.
That thing there used to always tell me, don't introduce me to nobody. I don't want to meet nobody. Any real gangsters, the realest ones, they move in silence.
They don't even want to meet
talking you to death. Niggas is not having no big drawn out arguments in the middle.
No.
Yo, you know that. Niggas is not even talking. Niggas, yo.
They let you say what you say and they walk away.
That's what it is? All right. And they out.
And take note.
Yeah.
You don't do no whole bunch of argument to come back and so that everybody in the world know when something happened. It was JoJo on Block 12. It's stupid. If you really gonna do something, you're gonna sit and put it together in your thought. Not through your anger. And I'm okay. That's the whole.
I really. Don't worry. Y'all coming back. Don't even worry.
Move with strategy and not emotion. And that was one of the rules I learned in prison. I have to move with strategy, not emotion. I learned.
Now, you guys having this, real recognized, real the magnetic connection. Okay, y'all in there together. Okay, what happened, or where were you guys when this birthing of the opportunity to tell your story actually happened? Like, what actually came about? Because you having your own story, you have your own story, and of course, you guys came together for Pink Panther. Of course, the Pink Panther clique, I love it. Okay, but. What happened to bring that together? Like, what was going on?
Talk about it.
Well, first of all, I want to say I love my sis. I admire her, and I just was hearing her energy. And when you bounce off that energy, I was like, yo, I know my energy is high, but that bitch energy is really high. So I was like, oh, somebody's finally giving me back some shit.
Yeah.
So as we're talking and we realize that we know all of the same people, when she realized her mom was my 7th grade English teacher, her mom inspired me to write. She was my English teacher.
It's beautiful.
We discussed reading novels that my great cousin had written in 1945. So when I sat there and I talked to her, and she was like, I'm an author too. I'm like, well, I aspire to be an author, and I'm reading through her books and I'm hearing her story, and it was just perfect. I said before I went in to do my time that I wanted to be an author. I wanted to be the rose that grew from concrete and tell my story. So it was like, it was ordained for her and I to meet, because it was like, damn, you're giving me the opportunity.
Right.
When preparation meets opportunity, you get success. And that's what happened. Me and her sat there. She said, listen, you need to create a book of a memoir. I think she said memoir. I said, no, baby, we got to create a book for these people, these girls. I was one of them lost little girls growing up. Streets raising me, the projects raising me, all of this shit happening, but overcame it and still fucked up by allowing the company I kept to put me in a wrong decision. Allowing me to make wrong decisions. So we said we gonna make that. The 10 Commandments of a Boss Chick was birthed in Danbury Federal Prison.
That's right.
Now I'm listening to you talk, and it's amazing because now in this day and age, women can't work together. And it's crazy because everybody wants to put on the front this whole, woman empowerment and let's work together and let's do this. And then when you actually get with them, you realize that you can't work together. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of bullshit. Like, how did you guys, of course your connection is easy. There was no room for that for you guys. But what would you tell women that are in the industry who may be in the same industry with someone else or have someone that's doing the same thing? What would you tell them, when it comes to merging or working together? Because everybody is not your enemy, sis.
You see a reflection of yourself in your sister. You see it. You need to be comfortable with yourself first before you go out there working with anybody. I don't mean any woman, any man, anyone.
Right.
So if a person is not confident, they're not going to connect and mesh. I saw that bitch aura through her eyes.
Yeah.
When you see that type of aura through somebody's eyes, you see a reflection of yourself if that's who you really are.
Right.
That's how you mesh.
Right.
The fake empowerment shit that's going on right now, all them bitches is broken.
Okay.
We ain't broken. We inside. Listen, you gonna be a boss inside or outside. I saw a reflection of her. I said, yo, you said she did credit repair. I do credit repair. We had too much similarities. Your first boyfriend was from 40p. I'm from the projects. Hold up. Wait a minute. This is crazy.
Right.
Too many connections.
We knew a lot of the same people.
We didn't even understand how the fuck we didn't even meet in the borough of Queens. It was almost like I was right behind her. Right behind her. She's on this side of. We don't even understand how that happened, and we realized
it wasn't good because you'd have been doing that time with me.
Exactly, because me and and I know that for a fact.
Not good. That's not good.
We'd have probably got more time.
Yeah, because y'all would have been y'all minds together. Like,
and I don't even now. I have to control myself. I don't even think like that. But I could say this about women and women's empowerment. A lot of times women get jealous of another powerful women. And I'm just so opposite
can we
of that.
Just talk a little
at
bit,
the end
please?
Of the day, I got a bunch of sisters that I consider my sisters that to me are more fluent than me, doing better than I am. And I wish them the best.
Right.
But what women don't understand is that the comfort and the love you're going to get from another woman is not like anything that you're ever going to get from a man. It's a different type of experience. Men come and go. No disrespect. Somebody says, stop cursing, Fire Jones 5703. One more curse for you. A nigga will fuck you and fuck you and leave and think no more about you.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Whereas your girlfriend is somebody that you can know for the rest of your life.
Right.
I'm going to be on a porch with sunshine.
Right.
We're going to be
crocheting, baby. Crocheting.
Right.
Crocheting.
Right.
You feel me? So at the end of the day, your sisters are for life. These niggas come and go. No disrespect to y'all because there's a few in the room. Niggas come and go.
Right.
So if anything, you align with your sister and you do what we learned to do in prison. See, now it gets funky though, because we had a little situation with something like this. When we help each other, not saying just give somebody some information for their greater good. I give out information all day. But if I'm going to give you my resources, my time, and all my energy, we should be working together. Meaning, okay, I open this door for you. You go open that door for me. We work on that. You work on that. Like a teamwork make the dream work type thing. And I think that's where people get it confused because we could become the most powerful creatures in the world when we align our resources and our energy and help each other.
Facts. But I think a lot of egos go into it. You know what I'm saying?
It's called the she-go.
Truly. And I don't think people are honest with themselves first. And that's the problem. If you're not honest with yourself and somebody else, the insecurities runs amok all the way through. But it's shit that, like, I didn't got nothing to do with that. I don't have anything to do with that.
I'm attracted to strong, confident women.
Truly. Talk heavy.
As you.
Oh,
you know,
I do a little bit.
You know.
I do a little bit.
And that's what I align myself with.
But also, we have to teach people how to treat us. I'm going to say that again.
Yes.
People how to treat us. So when we enter these relationships with insecure chicks that's playing games and doing other things, we are supposed to immediately say,
what's going on?
Now, sugar, I love you, but what is this? This does not feel good.
Okay.
And the problem is miscommunication or no communication. So when the girl do something, she did that, I'm out of here. So you gone now. Nobody never discussed it. But you have to, if you really want to make something work, you got to communicate. We go through it.
Yeah, because y'all
we get on the phone immediately
because it's
on the
genuine,
phone immediately.
It's no
always
BS.
genuine.
Y'all not coming to the table with egos.
But it could be some shit though. You know what I mean? Like we've had some shit, and it would be like I do something, I don't necessarily know I'm doing it, or she'll do something and she don't know. and then we discuss it, and then we're fine because we both make an effort to work on it because that's not what our intention was.
Right.
But don't think it's all
Features
never.
Never.
We go through it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that's my little sister.
Gotcha.
So I could go through it with her.
Because that's right.
But motherfucker, you try it.
You exactly. Are you ready to die?
Now I would never I love her husband H. So that's their union. I would never get involved in that.
Right.
But at the end of the day, if it's anything or anyone else, and she called me, all right, sis, what's
that's
good?
why I don't call her because I don't want to know. I'm like, bitch, you still on paper. We're not gonna get you revoked.
Listen, that is nuts.
So battle tested.
10 commandments of a boss chick.
Yes.
Man, we want to know the big homie where he at. Where he live at? Who you got beef with? Who is the big homie over there?
Yo.
We want to research who's the biggest big homie.
Yo.
We need to know who that is.
Right.
But what made you guys? Y'all are.
You the little nigga. Get the
big. Right. You ain't running nothing.
And that's why girls, it's like really not fair for a girl to really want to get in beef with us because you don't have to get your nigga. You don't have to get your
Where's your man's man and his big homie?
Yeah, we can't do that. Y'all funny as hell. But books though.
Yes.
You guys are both writers.
Yes.
So 10 commandments of a boss chick. That's the first one.
Facts.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what made you guys feel like, you know what? The platform we use from here on is pushing and promoting the empowerment of the boss. Like, what made you guys feel like that was the beginning of the journey you should?
Well, actually, was it like the beginning of the journey? Was it really?
It was actually the very beginning. That's why she's saying that.
Yeah,
that's kind of
crazy. Yo, I'm
because that's what we're doing in the schools now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what people attracted to. It's like, to me,
Yeah.
I'm not a gangster bitch. Like I never thought that was attractive.
Right.
But I'm definitely a boss.
Right.
I'm a boss.
That's
I'm a certified boss.
Say that.
And so are you, sis.
baby,
You feel me?
Yo,
So,
if they dap one more time in here,
right.
if they dap one more time, I swear to God.
Like, you see some shit. You see some shit now. Like,
Yo,
we
I
really
feel
laying it down.
Nah, I feel
Shoes off.
Look, she came in with a raccoon slippers too. If the head is on the shoulders and then the foot is on. Okay.
But it's real. And no disrespect to the strippers and the bottle girls and the other things that's going, because there's a lot happening since I went in.
Oh, yeah, I told
her.
I was about to say
when I came out.
How were you able to transition? Because your hustle, that's in your heart. But times change. How were you able to adjust?
And I don't judge anybody. And I love all my girls. But some of this shit that I see, I'm like, yo, you degrading yourself, ma. And your mind is stronger than your body. And you just don't even know it.
Right.
Let's use your mind to put this thing together so you could create something that could be an empire that you don't have to worry about, doing things that a dude is now taking advantage of you or degrading you or talking wicked to you and making you feel uncomfortable because you feel like, yo, the only way to get this dough is to use your body. So we here to uplift them and tell them to use your mind.
And created a commandment for that.
What
Thou shalt not compromise self-worth and net worth.
Facts.
And what commandment was that?
That was the commandment, basically. Well, it was really.
I'm saying which number so we could.
That was 8.
Okay, the 8th. We just following because it's Sunday. We just trying to make
That's
sure we follow.
That commandment was very powerful because, again, like, you could be your own boss. And I'll be honest. Nobody's ever really heard this, but you see how you got the bottle girls and all. I was a madam. I was pimping chicks from age 19 to 21.
I'm not gonna jack.
Let's
be clear on
that.
I don't need people all in my business.
Listen. 19 to 21. I had to go to school, baby. Yeah. Like I said, I told you the right was the drug dealers, and the left was the whole house.
Right.
I saw how much money was getting up in that house.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? I'm not selling pussy, but I see some women that gravitate to me.
Yeah.
And I made some decisions, and they're all well right now. All good right now. Listen, I'm serious. Cause good people come back and be like, "Yo, I need this," and I'm always there for them. But at that time in my life, I really utilized that money to further my education, and that's what it was about. It was like, listen, you lost, bitch. I'm trying to find myself. You need a team.
Let's go.
There it is.
Now that's deep. Now I never was a madam now, but my sister, I found that out.
My sister, and so crazy. My sister didn't even know.
Yeah.
Nah, she asked me. I said, "Oh shit, how'd you find out, sis?" She said, "Man."
But I don't judge her because I've done many things that I'm not happy about.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I think instead of judging each other, if we can help improve something, like, so tell us somebody, yo, don't get on that pole.
Right.
Are you gonna show them how to get another source of income?
Right.
You know, or tell us somebody don't do this and don't do that. Let's help each other.
Right. So then
solutions.
Let's fast forward a little bit. Talk about this Pink Panther clique, because it's not just you two. There's 4 of you.
No,
it's 37.
There's
37 members.
37
we
members
all throughout the country, and this is all women who have come home from federal prison, and they taking their lives back, and they all boss chicks, by the way. All of our entrepreneurs doing wonderful things, wonderful ventures, and we just inspire and push each other to move on.
All 37 of you.
All 37. You see, maybe like the like the captains,
right.
That,
okay, those the
so
4,
like you'll see like Brandy Davis, Brandy Bates, Meek Main, Aisha Hall, Shawana King, those are the main, the main forefronters, but there are 37. K Wonder, I'm trying to think. I don't want, listen, sisters, if I forget your name, don't get mad at me.
Right. No,
do it.
That's what the base is.
Desiree Bradshaw. So we can't forget
Des, in your town, Des, shout out to Des.
Coming out, it came out. Layla's Big Wish is a children's book that we did together. So we're actually on our way from here straight to her event to support her at Tasties.
Awesome.
She's here from Philly too. So.
Yikes. See, my whole thing to hear that you guys are all women working together, it's encouraging and inspiring, because I think ultimately we all want that. You know what I mean? But to find women that are like-minded or like hustled or like spirited is hard, because you can't work with everybody. And you're not supposed to mix with everybody. And that's not a bad thing if you acknowledge that and you separate yourself. That's called wisdom. Just for the people that may have missed it. But so with Pink Panther Clique, the whole organization, like you said, so it's individuals or ladies who've been in prison already and they've come out. So your whole network is just pushing everything that they're doing. So what's the whole goal of it is to do that, basically?
Well, no, it's just right now is to create awareness about the epidemic of women in prison. That's one piece of it. Our second fold, we're moving now not also into the men. I'm a part of the Women's March. I Am Voting initiative, and we are galvanizing the voices of formerly incarcerated individuals across the country. And our goal is to get them out to vote. So that's a campaign that Sunshine and I are working on together. And it's just dope, because it's not just one end. We're doing a bunch of stuff with formerly incarcerated individuals, and it's just inspiring them to dust yourself off and get up again. We got a bunch of film and television stuff going on. So you see how animated the stories are. You're going to see the animated stories on television and film. Grateful for that, and just grateful that God is blessing us, because really we've helped save a lot of people's lives. When you come home from prison, nobody wants to say they have a felony. A lot of people have hid for many years their shame, their wounds, because they were scared to tell someone. So by all of us stepping out the closet, sharing our stories, we have made it comfortable for others to share their stories too.
No, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So what's next for you guys? Because to know all of the things that you do, or that you're in, the businesses that you have, and the new projects and everything, like what is next? 2019 is among us. I hear that.
2019 got so much.
I was a multi-millionaire by the time I turned 25. So I tell people, people chasing $2, baby. I'm chasing them beads. You feel me? Next goal is that billion. Okay.
That's what
so we get into the bag legitly. We're going to galvanize. We're going to talk to people around the world about the different ventures that they have. We're going to get our hands in the cookie jar, a couple of different cookie jars, and we're just going to empower others, because really you need money to make money. You need money to help others and put people in position. So it's bag time. Is it bag time?
They dapped again. That's when we're going to music, because I said if they dapped one more time. Listen, I really don't want to let them go. Okay. So they definitely gonna come back. We got one more song. We're gonna come back right after the break, y'all. We're gonna talk a little bit, get them out of here. But JAMILA T. Davis, Sunny Money Queens,
and
man.
It's going down, baby.
Yikes.
Look, yo.
It's JAMILA T. Davis.
No,
but this is getting big. 400 this town.
No, I really, really love y'all. I'm not.
money, but if you don't follow the federal guidelines or any of your guidelines, it can put you in prison. So that is what inspired me to add that last business portion of it to pretty much prevent you from going to jail and paying a hefty price for violating laws.
Because you don't know.
You don't know. We really don't. Sometimes we don't.
Crazy. Crazy. Where can they follow? Is there a specific page for that?
The Real Credit Plug.
Okay.
Yeah. The Real Credit Plug is Sunny Legal Realty's page. That's the one that does all of that. Homeless facilities. I really don't talk about the homeless facilities because those homeless facilities are pretty much for formerly incarcerated men and women.
Okay.
And if you do have a formerly incarcerated man or woman that's coming home and they need 3 meals a day and a place to stay and want to get their life in order, because we're not going to take you if you want to still do drugs, and we don't have facilities for that. You want to break the glass ceiling, you want to be a king, not a nigger, you want to be a queen, not a ratchet chick or whatever it is, you can come to our facilities. That's slrllc.org. Okay. That's the website for that. And what else would you say?
Run down to all your businesses, baby. You out here moving. Okay. I mean, let's talk about the car dealership because that's your new baby.
Right. Okay.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So, what made you even think about doing
that? You know what? My husband, he wanted to do car dealership. He realized, he loved cars, his love for cars, and he's like, what better way than to open up a car dealership? And it's like, it's perfect.
Yeah.
He get to look at the cars. He really loves them. He does it. And also wanted to create a financial structure. He saw that the Jews have it locked with the cars. He said, well, why can't a black man have that? And it's not just a car dealership, it's an auto body.
Gotcha.
So, we've been pumping money into their communities for a long time. It's time to bring that into our communities. And again, the financial structure. He's more so the mastermind of the financial structure. He wants to bring back the money back to the black community.
Right.
So it's located in the Bronx, 2160 Webster Avenue.
Okay.
High end, low end. We do leasing, we do financing, we do in-house financing. Okay. So if your credit is not right, you can still come to me. I'll make you, credit worthy, and we can still make it happen. So yeah, come down there. Yeah.
You're like the godmother,
listen. I'm just trying to maneuver, I multitask, and because I realize in order to be a millionaire, you have to have 7 streams of income. So it has to be that cosmetics, everything we want to do everything. I want to have my hand in every motherfucking thing. I want it in everything, because when that bag drop right there, I don't want to feel like I got to do some shit.
Yeah.
I need to just regroup and go over to the other side. So.
You talked about selfie cosmetics. You talk about cosmetics.
Yeah, cosmetics. Yep, that launches in about. I'm coming to my sis because she does good with that. I need her to help me with that launch.
Yeah,
and that's
any way I can help in anything.
Please, I'm dead serious. I'm not good with that type of stuff. I'm not. Yeah, I want to. I'll take the picture, bitch. Give me the lipstick,
and that's it.
Give it to Miller. Here you go.
But the Miller mind. Right, that's what it is.
It's Miller time.
Miller time.
You dig? Yeah. Yes. And I just want to launch that. That is vegan makeup.
Vegan makeup.
Yeah, we're not testing on any animals, even though I love to wear them. Okay. I gotta stop being selfish. I'm killing the animals and all that, but we're not gonna do it for the cosmetics.
Got you. Not for my lip gloss.
Right. Okay. Not right. So we got Sunny Money Wet, Sunny Money Wine, and then we got the glittery eye palette. We're gonna be launching
Wet. Yeah. What is that?
Wet is clear lip gloss.
So it's okay. That's
right.
Okay.
I don't like to wear a lot of lipstick, so I like to have like the lip gloss. So I made something for the girl around the way.
This is just because I got boots.
Yeah, right.
That was it. I was just trying to coordinate. You little something.
Good.
Don't worry, I'm waiting for my selfie gift basket for Christmas.
I got
everything that y'all got.
Right. You can.
I'm playing,
no books today.
It's okay. Y'all here is the biggest gift for me. Listen, I truly appreciate y'all.
Definitely dope.
So what about you, Miss Jamila? Now your day-to-day, you said you're an activist.
Yeah, okay. So I'm an activist. I'm in the schools. I'm going to be doing a lot this year with our books. I'm an author of over a dozen books. Yes. I have them through voicesbooks.com. You can check that out. So I'm doing a lot of speaking engagements in the walking journey of finding myself, finding my voice, finding the place that God wants me to be. So we got a lot of that going on. Pretty much I got a book signing that we're supposed to actually be at now.
Oh, so, I'm sorry. We're wrapping up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we definitely got to wrap it up. But shout out to Desiree Bradshaw. We did Layla's Big Wish with her. Yep. So we're going to see her soon. And so film, television, TV, we got a lot going on. But you know what? we're gonna be back.
You definitely coming back.
Listen, there has to be a part 2. Like we can't really talk about the other projects that's going on.
Of course, because y'all on y'all run, y'all moving and shaking. You got to get to the bag.
Yes, ma'am.
Listen.
But it was definitely a pleasure meeting you. Your spirit resonates for us. So I love the fact that not only did you tell me you do what you do, that you're trained to do. Excuse me, I have a degree in this.
Credential.
All right.
She has motherfucking credentials.
I love it.
What she's doing.
Correct. I love it. And I love the fact that you're doing that. You're doing what you're doing and you're dope. So we'll definitely be back.
Yeah.
Listen.
I'm so glad we made
I love it. I love it. Just let them know where they can follow y'all at on Instagram before y'all get up out of here.
Okay. I'm at JAMILA T Davis. That's JAMILA T Davis.
Where can they find your books, babe?
They can find my books at www.voicesbooks.com and Amazon.com, Barnes and Nobles, and wherever books are sold. JAMILA T Davis, and it's going down, y'all.
Yeah. It's your girl, Sunshine Smith Williams, and you can find me at Sunny Money Queens. SunshineSmithWilliams.com, SunshineSmith-Williams.com. Those are my handles. And I appreciate you.
Oh man, listen, I hate that they gotta go somewhere. Let me talk to Desiree. They not coming. No, let me stop.
Listen, they on
their way. Listen, I love y'all for coming. I truly appreciate you guys for coming to tell your story. And I'm looking forward to working with y'all in the future and coming back and all of that. Y'all already know how I'm getting down in here. Okay.
Yes.
The one and only your girl, Oh So Diva. Hip Hop Oprah. We live in the Diva Den, baby. I told y'all they was coming and it was here. But we gotta get up out of here. I see y'all tomorrow. Got my man Money Major in the building. So y'all do what y'all do, but if nothing else, make sure you keep it Diva. You hear me?
Yay! Like it.
Hey.
Oh man, I gotta leave. I'm coming with y'all. We going to Taste.
You more than welcome to come.
I gotta go. Gotta go home. Gotta change.